Hello, I'm Sam from JessupSays. The focus of my channel is to share and educate on how to buy less, buy better. It's not necessarily about buying less things, it's about buying something that fits its purpose and serves you as best as possible. Welcome to part 2 of my capsule wardrobe series. This week we're going to be picking up last video where we discussed the upper body items, including the hat, t-shirt, long sleeve shirts, wear, jacket, warm coat, and raincoat. And this week we're going to continue with the bottom half of your body, including jeans, chinos, wool trousers, shorts, swim shorts, socks, casual shoes, dress boots, and of course work shoes. Just like last time, I will give a little bit of a suggestion of what to look for, or what I have looked for, or what I've enjoyed looking for, and then a brand and a product recommendation for each of these. There should be full videos on the channel for most, if not all of the products if you want more detail, but if not, then just let me know below and I'll get that made ASAP. Starting off with arguably the classic of classics in terms of trousers, which are of course jeans. Now we've covered jeans in quite a bit of detail on the channel, so if you want more information, there is a lot more there, and I'd start there if you don't know anything about jeans or denim as a fabric. As for my one pair, it would have to be the JE19 from Informale. They're just so insanely comfortable, the color works so well, it's starting to fade a little bit, quite slowly, but it is starting to fade, and they're going to look fantastic for a very long time with that nice deep indigo blue. You want a nice dark blue jean because it can be worn in a huge variety of ways, from a casual weekend look to with the sports coat for a more formal dressed up look. They are true walk horses of our wardrobe. If I had a second pair, it would probably be a white or even an ecru jean, because I think that it's a really awesome versatile combination that I enjoy wearing and have been wearing quite a lot. But I also have a beige chino, so in the element of keeping this very capsulated, let's talk about why I would choose a chino instead. A chino is basically just a cotton trouser that's a bit dressier than a pair of jeans for the most part. I personally like a beige pair because it pairs really well with a lot of different layers, from white shirts to beige shirts to navy and green. It's just a really great combination that's easy to wear as a trouser. But equally, there are a lot of other colors of chinos out there. I'd stay away from navy because you already have navy jeans, but something like olive or brown or even like a terracotta color is really, really nice. It's probably common to have a slim leg in a chino, but I personally prefer a more classic cut and fit just in all of my trousers. But whatever your poison is, you want to make sure that they're a really nice high quality cotton and that the stitching is as robust as you can ensure that it is, because that's what you're going to be wearing a lot and they're going to wear through. And if you're in an office, you'll probably be wearing these most days. If you're me, you wear these most weekends for sure. My favorite remain once again the Informale pair. It's crazy how many of my favorites are from them. They just got a fantastic fabric, they have a great cut and design, they fit me really, really nicely, and I really enjoy wearing them. I find that they're great for all 3 seasons here in Melbourne, and it's why I choose to wear them as my travel trouser, because if I get on the plane here, warm weather, and we get somewhere else where it's cooler, or vice versa, these trousers can really accommodate both of those things. But if you are going somewhere a bit colder, then you're going to want a pair of wool trousers. Finding a pair of off-the-rack wool trousers can be a nightmare. I don't know why more fashion brands haven't heard of pleats or drape or a high waist cut, but they just don't seem to, and it's all just slim and it doesn't work for me or my legs or my body at all. Just looks silly and it feels silly. Informale once again come in clutch. They have a green, a navy, and a grey pair of flannels, and you can choose the one that goes best for your wardrobe. And if that's not an option, then I'd recommend once again seeing a tailor and getting a pair made that fits you to your style, because honestly I think you might struggle to find a pair off the rack. Another benefit with a tailor and a pair of trousers is that you can repair and maintain that item. You can get a same pair made twice, and you can repair that item for as long as it's going to last, which could be and should be for a very long time with a good pair of wool trousers. On the other end of the scale, you may wish to wear a pair of shorts. It happens to me on the odd occasion when my calves just want a day out in the sun, an odd occasion, but on those occasions, you do need a good pair of shorts. Arguably, you could just have one pair and choose a swim short combination, and that's a good option. But if you want something a bit more dressy, then you'll be looking for a chino short or something similar, basically a cotton short. Personally, I have a pair of safari shorts, which are an olive, and they have a really nice high waist and sort of complicated buckle across the front. I realize they might not be everyone's style, but it's something that I really like. They add a bit of something extra, and I'm not usually wearing shorts anyway, so it's kind of special to wear them, and it makes them like just a really enjoyable short to wear. They're also a great cut and a great fabric, and they're starting to patina really nicely, so yeah, they're really, really cool. If you don't want a chino short and you just want the one short that's going to do it all, maybe you can consider a swim short that looks sort of nice so you can wear it out or do other things in it. If you're the sort of manly man, then those Patagonia baggies work, but my pair have had issues with the stitching coming loose and I'm not really pleased about that. I mean, Patagonia are meant to last for a long time and might already have issues, so don't know if I can recommend them. I do have a great pair from Charlton, which is an Australian brand, and I recently wore these around Mexico and in New Zealand. They're navy, they have a short leg, and they're really nice and water repellent in the fabric. They're also an Australian brand, though they're not made here in Australia. So depending on your style, you'll either be happy in the more rugged or the more sleek and sort of beachy style. I'd recommend keeping it to navy because it just makes them very, very versatile. I did an entire video on socks. Yes, that exists. And wearing a comfortable sock is actually pretty important to me personally. With my love of shoes, it feels like a shame not to pair a good pair of shoes with a good pair of socks. As far as socks go, for a capsule collection, I think you could probably get away with 2, but I wouldn't recommend it. I think 1 pair for each day is ideal, so 5 to 7 pairs, and then you'll probably want an athletic sock or something like that as well, maybe a no-show sock. But for a capsule wardrobe, I would go to Uniqlo and grab any of their socks in whatever length that you like and whatever color that you like, because they're all pretty good and they're all pretty comfortable. Currently my go-to sock in all of the length. Again, keep it to simple colors, things like navy, gray, cream, maybe black, maybe maroon. Really depends on your vibe. And of course, now that you know what socks you're gonna wear, we're going to need some shoes. So let's finish this list off with, of course, our footwear. For me, it's gonna sound weird, but I think you can probably get away with 3 shoes for a capsule wardrobe. But what your 3 might be is going to be quite different from mine, I imagine. The 3 categories are a casual shoe or boot, a dress shoe or boot, and a work shoe or boot. I don't have much cause for a logging boot or a steel toe, but you might. So consider if your actual life entails that kind of stuff before buying anything. For me, my casual shoe could be one of 2 things. It could be a loafer or a white sneaker. Really depends on what you mean when you say casual. In a twist, I'm going to say that the white sneaker is going to be my casual shoe of choice. Especially as for me, a casual shoe is one that I'm going to be wearing because I'm probably walking a lot for some reason. A white sneaker is a shoe to travel in. Can be used in a huge range of styles from streetwear to luxury menswear. Which luxury sneaker you want will depend on you, but I'd choose something simple, something sleek with a minimalistic tennis shoe aesthetic like the one that started the luxury market from Common Project. Or of course, the shoe that I would probably purchase if I was going to buy one right now would be from Koyo. For a work shoe now, I'm obviously going to choose a loafer. I don't have much use for a steel cap boot, but you might. As for a loafer, they're the most versatile, comfortable thing in my wardrobe. And other than a particularly long walk, they are very, very comfortable. They can be worn with shorts and chinos, wool trousers, you name it, they go with it. And with a pair in something like a dark brown suede, you'll find endless ways to wear them, and you'll be wanting to do so because they are that comfortable. There are a lot of brands out there that offer a quality loafer, from American made to Spanish made to made in England. Everyone will espouse different pros and cons, of which I'm sure there are many, but choose the one that fits your feet best and at a price that you're happy to pay. For me, I would probably choose the Alden LHS or the Harvard from Crockett & Jones. They score first equal for me in terms of how much I enjoy wearing them for different reasons. The color and the suede has got to give the edge to Alden in a pinch, so I'm going to have to choose the Alden. And finally, the final piece of footwear that I would recommend is a dress boot or shoe. But in this case, actually a boot. Specifically a black or a dark brown Chelsea boot. I don't own a black Chelsea boot, but thinking about it, it's probably one of the most versatile boots that a person can own, especially if it's a semi-sleek or, you know, a bit of a sexier design. Under a pair of trousers, they look like a hole-cut Oxford. They're very, very comfortable, and there are a lot of options out there, so you'll be able to find one that fits your feet and hopefully your budget. Whoever thinks they're easy to put on and take off must have different feet to me and my wife and most people I've met, but they're not that challenging for the outcome you get, so it is worth persevering with the challenge of getting them on. They're not as simple as a loafer, sadly. They're also fantastic as they can be worn in a very casual setting, and they have that context of being a farming boot, but because of their very sleek nature, they are also a very good option for a dressy day, or if you need to wear a suit, or something like a wedding. A black pair of Chelsea boots really could do it all. Out of my boots, if I had to keep one, it would actually be my Edward Green Galway, but I wouldn't suggest that it's the most versatile boot out there. It just might be one of the most beautiful boots out there So that's the reason why I'm choosing to keep it. Again, a Chelsea boot would be the better option, objectively speaking. With those 3 shoes or boots, you should be able to wear and pair with all of your other clothes and come up with a huge range of outfits, as well as a huge range of different events that you may want or need to attend. Excluding, of course, a suit that could be paired and used with pretty much everything there if you added one to your wardrobe. And there it is, my go at a capsule collection, all the 16 items that make up a full capsule collection. It was quite an interesting experiment to go through and understand what I would actually keep and what I would actually wear if you push me to choose one thing out of each sort of category for each item. And what is interesting is how much Infamale stuff I keep on choosing. It's a great reflection of their stuff, but it also gave me that idea in my last video that I have reached out to Steve and we are going to do the 10 items, 10 fits. So look forward to doing that, and I look forward to hopefully having that as the next video to come out after this one. Let me get cracking and I'll start getting onto Steve and seeing about filming that. Anyway, I hope you all enjoyed the capsule collection. Happy 2024, and I look forward to seeing you guys all in the next one. Cheers.